Hello friends and welcome to yet another fascinating video of Wisdom Zone, and this is Shubro. And friends, I'm quite sure you have already guessed it from the thumbnail that today I'm gonna give you most important phrasal verbs with multiple uses. So it is my earnest request to all of you, please watch this video carefully till the end to learn most important phrasal verbs with multiple uses so that you can incorporate them in your speaking as well as writing. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait and immediately subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification. So without wasting any more time, let's get started.
3, 2, 1.
So friends, welcome back once again to this fascinating video on most important phrasal verbs with multiple uses. And as I have promised, in today's video you are gonna get most important phrasal verbs and I will explain multiple uses of all these important phrasal verbs. So before I go ahead, let me quickly inform all of you that I have already provided some more videos in the description related to important phrasal verbs and phrasal verbs with multiple meanings. You will find all those links in the description. So if you haven't checked those videos, please do not forget to check the links given in the description. So without further ado, let's get started with today's most important phrasal verbs with multiple uses. So friends, let me tell you, today I'm going to give you some extremely important phrasal verbs with multiple uses, and if you know all these uses, you'll be able to use them effectively and it's going to give you a new dimension to your communication. So as you see friends, the first one I'm going to discuss is on your screen, that is get off. Let me repeat it once again, it's get off. Get off can be used in multiple ways and it has multiple uses. The first meaning is on your screen, that is to escape a punishment, is called get off. So let me repeat the meaning once again. The first meaning is to escape a punishment, that's called get off. So you can use it in this way: someone wants to escape a punishment or has escaped a punishment, you can use that he has got off. Let me show you how to use it. You must have understood. As you see, the example is on your screen. The accused got off due to lack of evidence. That means he just escaped the punishment due to lack of evidence. So I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. Up next we will see the second use of it, which is on your screen, that is get off. Once again, it also means to leave a bus, train or a vehicle, or maybe an aeroplane also. So to leave a particular vehicle or train or aeroplane is also called to get off. Let me show you how to use it. Ben quickly got off the bus and ran towards his house. That means he left the bus and got down and ran towards his house. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Here get off means to leave a bus or train or any other vehicle or aeroplane also. Up next you see the third use of get off, which you see on your screen, and again I have mentioned get off and I'm going to show you the third use of it. It also means to start a journey. Let me tell you, get off also means to start a journey. So let me show you how to use it. We decided to get off early to avoid traffic congestion. That means we decided to start our journey early in order to avoid traffic congestion. So I'm quite sure you have understood how to use get off in three different ways, and there are three uses of it. I'm quite sure you have understood. Up next we will turn our attention to the next one, that is get to. As you see on your screen, the next one is get to. Get to can be used in multiple ways and it has multiple uses. So the first use is on your screen. It means to annoy or irritate someone. So when someone is annoying someone, you can say that he is getting to. That means to annoy or irritate someone. So let me show you how to use it. Sam's brother often gets to him. That means Sam's brother often irritates him, annoys him. I'm quite sure you have understood. That's the first way to use it. Up next we will see the second use. Again you see on your screen get to. It can be used in another way. As you see, it also means to have the opportunity to do something. That is also to get to. Let me show you how to use it in this way. Last summer I got to visit a small hill station. That means I had this privilege or I had this opportunity to visit a small hill station. So that's the meaning of it here. That means to have the opportunity to do something. I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. Up next we will see the third use of get to. Again you see on your screen get to. We must be quite astonished that how one phrasal verb can be used in so many ways, but it can be. So get to can be used in another way. The third use is on your screen. It means to start discussing a topic. That is also to get to. Let me show you. You must have heard of it, maybe you have not totally understood. So let me show you how to use it. My boss asked me to get to the point. That means My boss asked me to start discussing the point. He asked me to just come to the point and start discussing it. So that's the meaning of this phrasal verb over here. It means to start discussing a topic. Here also it means get to. So I hope you understood how we can use this phrasal verb get to in multiple ways, and it has multiple uses. Up next we are going to concentrate on the next phrasal verb which is on your screen, that is jack up. Let me repeat once again, it's jack up. It has also multiple uses. So the first uses on your screen, it means to raise a car to do mechanical work, to repair or to do some kind of mechanical work, or to change tire. When we raise a car using a jack, that's called to jack up. It's quite important. Let me show you how to use it. Sam jacked his car up and changed the tire. When the tire is punctured, we need to jack it up and change the tire. So that time we can use this phrasal verb jack up. I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. Up next we will see jack up once again, which you see again jack up. Jack up also means to increase sharply, especially the price. That is also to jack up. That means when there is a sharp rise in the price, that's also called to jack up. So let me show you how to use it. Fuel prices will jack up next month. That means it's going to increase sharply. The prices will increase sharply next month. I'm quite sure you have understood how to use it this way. So jack up can be used in two different ways. I'm quite sure you have understood. Up next we will turn our attention to the next one that is on your screen, that is kickback. Kickback has multiple uses. So let me give you the first use. The first meaning is to relax or enjoy. That's kickback. It's quite easy. So let me show you how to use it. We had a hectic week, so we decided to kick back on the weekend. That means we had a hectic week, that's why we decided to relax or enjoy on the weekend. I'm quite sure you have understood this sentence and how to use kickback here, as it means relax or to enjoy. Up next we will see the second use of it. Kickback is again on your screen. It means to pay someone an amount illegally in order to get help or favor. That means to bribe someone, in simple language, to bribe someone in order to get something done or to get some favor. That's also called kickback. Let me show you how to use it. Tony had to kick 5% back to the officer to get the contract. That means he had to pay 5%. That's the meaning of this phrasal verb, kick 5% back to the officer. He had to pay 5% to the officer to get the contract. I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. So here also you can use kickback in this way and try to remember the use. It means to pay an amount illegally, to bribe someone to get something done or to get help or favor. So I'm quite sure you have understood. Next we will see next one that is on your screen, that is line up. Line up is a very useful phrasal verb and it can be used in multiple ways. Let me show you. The first use is on your screen. It means to arrange people or things in a line. I'm quite sure you must have seen or heard also that they lined up. That means to arrange in a line. So let me show you how to use it. The soldiers lined up quickly against the wall. That means they stood there in a line against the wall. They made this line or queue against the wall. So that's called to line up, and you can change it in past also. They lined up. Here I'm using the past form. Up next we will see the second use of line up, which you see on your screen. It also means to arrange or organize something. That's also called to line up. So it's a very useful use here, trying to remember to arrange something or organize something is to line up. So let me show you how to use it. They have lined up a lot of interviews next week. That means they have organized a lot of interviews. We say that they have organized or arranged. That is to line up. When you want to say that I have lined up some interviews or I have lined up a meeting, that means that you have organized or you have arranged a meeting or an interview. It's a very useful way to use. So remember this, you can say that I have lined up a meeting next week, or my interview is lined up next week. Like this way you can use this beautiful phrasal verb, line up. That's to organize or arrange something. So I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. So up next we are going to turn our attention to the last one for today, that is live on. It can be used in multiple ways. It has multiple uses. So as you see on your screen, the first use is there, that is to use money for basic necessities. That is to live on. As simple as it is, that means to use money for basic necessities, to buy basic necessities, food and other basic things. That is to live on. When you use money for those basic stuff, that's called to live on. Let me show you how to use it. I had to live on very little when I was unemployed. That means I had to just live on very little money when I was unemployed. I had to just live on very little money. I had very less money, with very little money to buy basic necessities when I was unemployed. That's the meaning of it. Up next, we will see the second meaning. As you see, live on once again. That means not forgotten. That means someone who is still remembered. So that is also live on. It's a very useful one. We say that legends always live on. Okay? That means they are not forgotten. So let me show you how to use it. It has been a decade he passed away, but still his name lives on. That means people still remember him. He is not forgotten. Okay, as I already mentioned, here also we can use beautifully to signify that someone is still not forgotten. I'm quite sure you have understood. It's a beautiful way to use it. Try to remember it. Up next, we will see the last use of live on. It means to eat a particular type of food only, to live on or to survive on a particular type of food only. So let me show you how to use it. I can easily live on bread and butter. That means I can survive only on bread and butter. That's the meaning of live on here. That means to take one type of food only. That you can say that some birds live on insects. That means they eat insects only. So I'm quite sure you have understood how to use live on here, and I have shown you its multiple uses. So friends, today I gave you some extremely useful phrasal verbs, and they are most important for your everyday English conversation, and you can easily incorporate them in your writing and to make your writing quite effective. Try to incorporate them, and I'm quite sure you have understood the right uses. So go through the examples and practice and comment below. And again, it is my request to all of you, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait. Immediately subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get this type of informative video. So stay tuned for further informative videos, friends, and do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.